The content of this radio show is to provide information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered advice or a recommendation. Thing or Two About Life, Total, is an adult podcast and recommended for mature audiences only. No content from the radio show can be used without the permission of Thing or Two About Life, Total. Thank you.
I am so into me, but I can learn a thing or two from you. I can weather the storm all by myself, but I'm so glad I got a total crew.
All right, y'all. Welcome back into another episode of A Thing or Two About Life. It is the Total Podcast. This is season 3, second show, episode number 2. Thank y'all, everybody that tuned in last week for the kickoff show to season 3. We at it again. We're gonna do our normal, usual things, and I am joined by my usual fam, my peeps, the panelists, the people that make this thing work and make it fun and make me like showing up to do it every time we do it. We also have a special guest in the house. I must admit, got the fam in the house. My cousin Makia, she is in. How you doing, Makia?
Hey everybody, how are you?
That's it.
We're gonna have to show her how we do things around here.
Okay, yeah,
she'll get it. She'll get it.
Yeah, we'll get you up to speed. With that being said, what's going on with you, Brody? What's up, Lee Jack?
What it do? Here for another day. Trying to make it do what it do. You know me. Even though we got circumstances on my end, we're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make it do what it do, baby. That's what we do. With that being said, our resident producer extraordinaire, Miss Andrea, how you doing?
I'm good. Just trying to get over this COVID. I hope everyone else is doing well, and we're gonna have a great show for you this evening. Any questions, anything, any comments, whatever, just send them to atotalview22@gmail.com and we'll be sure to get those on for you.
All right, we're going to do what we do, and to put it all in perspective and make sure we acting according to plan, we got Mama D. How you doing?
Good evening, everybody. Suki now. Welcome. All the rugrats are not here, but now we got a new rugrat. So we gotta get her initiated in the group. Welcome. We're ready for you.
Okay. All right. Well, I just want to let people out there know that I don't know what's going on. We have some technical difficulties, and it not just me. It look like everybody's having a few technical difficulties because I don't know what's going on with the video and all that stuff. We're flickering in and out. Hopefully y'all can hear us. If not, this should be kind of purposeless, you know. So
it looks like it's just you.
Huh?
No. It looks like it's just you, Mario.
No, it's just, wait a minute. When did you creep in here? All right, Miss, stay in your damn lane. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't even know you were there.
I creeped in my lane because I love to stay in my motherfucking lane. Hope y'all like, share, and subscribe.
It's funny because Makia, do you have your earplugs in?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Because it's liable to get a little, you know, it's a little raunchy, but hey, look, let's get it going.
Yeah.
Let's
Next rate.
let's get it going. Let's
You just
get
had
this
to say
thing.
that after my introduction. Like, really? You just had to say that after my introduction.
Oh, it wasn't you personally. It wasn't you personally. Don't take it that way.
You are not going to be the driver of the number 12 tonight.
No. I was just speaking in general terms.
Want to know what that means?
You will find out what that means. just stick around. You'll see.
You know what? I think I'm gonna let that one go. I'm good.
Sometimes that is the best solution. Just let it go.
Andrea, hush.
I know you ain't. Here we go, getting started already.
Oh my goodness. So we got a lot to talk about tonight, y'all. We want to talk about the cost of living. Is this thing getting out of hand?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we want to talk about that.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on in Tennessee, but in Durham, for a 2-bedroom, you're not gonna find one under 1,000. And if you do, it's in the hood.
Okay, it's in the. That's a good jumping off point. Housing, cause that's what everybody needs. Miss Dianetta, what is it looking like in your area? What housing looking like?
Well, you asking the right one because I'm looking for an apartment.
Okay.
And if I wanted a 1-bedroom, they usually starting off at like $974. I did see I looked at a 2-bedroom with two baths, pretty nice, and it's $1,100. But the going rate for a 2-bedroom apartment is about $1,250 to $1,375. Now, I really wanted to rent a house, but if I wanted to rent a house, we're talking anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 a month.
You might as well buy a house for that.
Exactly.
And that's actually kind of the same kind of price it is down here. Maybe a little bit, maybe like 100 or so off.
Yeah.
But for a 2, if you want something decent, depending on what your household is, for example, my household is 2. So if I want something decent in a decent area, I'm gonna have to kick out at least 1,000 to 1,200.
Yeah.
And that's just for an apartment.
Right.
For a house, it'll be like 1,500 to 2,000.
Right.
A month.
Okay.
And the thing is, if you're not a lawyer or a doctor or something that's making that kind of money a week, who can afford that?
See, the problem with a lot of this is that, and all this was brought about because y'all put up the article about the guy at McDonald's saying that raising up the mandatory minimum wage to like $22 an hour would put a lot of small businesses out of work. And he wasn't necessarily saying that he didn't want it raised up, but it's easy to say that, right? When you made $7.4 million,
right?
So at that point, you live in the ivory tower. Yeah, at that point, you live in the ivory tower looking down at everything else, because no matter what stuff costs, you can afford it. So you don't feel the crunch like everybody else do.
People, when people get up that high, because you don't start off making $7.4 million. But I feel like when people get up that high, they forget what it is to have to struggle. So because they not struggling no more, and they can kick out $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for rent or for mortgage, they forget what it's like for those who can't.
Yeah, but let me play devil's advocate here to you, Andrea. Let me ask you this: what about those people who have made it, say that, yeah, she's right, I was once where you guys were at, I did it, how come you can't?
Um, it's doable. It's first of all, okay. I'll say it like this. Let me start here. When I came to Texas, I came to Texas with a plan. So I knew that 3 years was my time limit of being in an apartment. So that year that they was going up on my rent for a 3 bedroom apartment that wasn't really all that big to almost $1,500, my soul told me I couldn't pay that. And so then I found the house that I currently live in. Now I first started out renting, and then the lady decided that she wanted to sell it. Then I just wasn't getting ready to move, so I just went ahead and bought it. But the main thing is come up with you a plan. You can get yourself out of renting, but right now it's not a buyer's market right now. I will say that. It's more of a seller's market right now. Just do your homework and come up with a plan to get yourself stable and out of the renting situation, because guess what? In the end, all you're doing is making them rich.
That
Okay.
too.
All
But
right,
then
bro.
you
What's
gotta go back to
no? I was gonna say, what's
you paying
Leon?
all of this.
What's your thought on this, Leon? Let's give Leon a chance to chime in.
Well, the market these days for houses and got ridiculous. Me personally, before COVID started, I was in the market for a house or a place, and I got in when the market was pro buyer, so I got mine in at a good rate. So yeah, I understand. Like say when they say right now, if you want to find somewhere around here, you know, somewhere in a nice neighborhood, yeah, you're gonna pay upwards close to $1,000 a week more. And like you said, if you want to find somewhere cheaper than that, you're gonna most likely be in the hood. You know,
Right.
living in circumstances that you may not be willing to live in. So yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, you gotta make a plan in order to figure out what you want to do and have a timeline of what you want to do it and get things accomplished. Because if you don't, you'll just be feeding more and more into the other person's pocket instead of finding a way out into where you want to be in your life.
Yep. And I know once upon a time when stuff got really bad and the economy was bad, and this is a question for Felicia because she lives in one of the areas where they claim it was ghost towns, and Detroit might have to shut down at one point when people were leaving so bad. Is Detroit back thriving, or is it back to that point where it's hard up there, Felicia?
Well, it depends on where you want to live, because they have remodeled some areas and they've made it so that, like, the areas that had abandoned places, abandoned houses, abandoned buildings, they knocked those down and they built condos, and they're starting off at selling prices of $120,000. No backyard, no front yard. You're paying all of this money to be connected to somebody. Not worth it to me. But a 1 bedroom for rent starts off at $950, and that's in the hood. If you want to be in the suburbs, you find a 1 bedroom, you're going to be paying between $1,100 and $1,200 for a 1 bedroom. And the prices go up from there. A 3 bedroom apartment here costs $3,000
a month.
a month.
For what?
I'm sorry. Is Tom and Helen staying upstairs above you?
That's what I'm saying. What in the world?
It's a high rise. This is a high rise apartment building that I used to live in. A one bedroom is $1,050. A two bedroom is 1,575, and the three bedroom
But
is 2,985. So $3,000.
wow.
And that does not include lights and gas.
Wow. So now
Wow.
if you throw all of that in the mix, right? And then you say, okay, the cost of living is high. Cause I know when we were trying to get a house, it was almost discouraging because you're looking at everything, you're going, this shit is high. You know what I'm saying? You looking at it and you be saying, look, man, I know we need a place to stay. And I don't want to keep making these people rich. But at what point is it diminishing returns when you say, you know what, I'm gonna have to be on this goddamn hamster wheel 24/7 to stay in this goddamn house? You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I got to be on this hamster wheel 24 goddamn 7 to stay in this goddamn house. So is it worth it though? You know what I mean?
Well, let me tell you, the cost of living has jumped tremendously because last year, a one bedroom, you can find a one bedroom for about 650, 700. But coming into 2023, that same place that
One
was
bed.
six, that
Felicia. One
that
bedroom.
one bedroom that was $650 to $700 is now $900 and some dollars.
Hold on. Where are you for a one bedroom?
Detroit.
I wish I could find a one bedroom in Durham for 700.
Well, no, you can't now. That was last year. What I'm saying
That
is
wasn't even last year.
that last
let
year,
me.
the one bedrooms that were 650 to 700, you look at that same house for rent now, and it's gone up to 900 to 975, somewhere in that range. And then they're charging $100 application fee, and then a $200 deposit. It's just a lot. And then they want your income to be 3 times the amount of the rent.
That's the part that gets me.
Mhm.
How in the world
And then they want your
everybody
credit
gonna
score.
say
And they want your credit score to be at least 650 and above. So you have to meet all of those requirements.
crazy?
Here,
See,
here,
go
here
ahead,
in
Andrea.
here in Central
Some
Texas, where I
technical
live,
difficulties.
in Central Texas, where I live, um, like you all have said, the little town that I live in, yes, you can find those some apartments ranging from 6 to 8 and maybe under $1,000. But of course, they are in the hood. And on that side of town, I don't even go to that side of town because the crime rate over there is high. And then too, I do also live in a somewhat military town as well. So we have a lot of issues that goes over on the base. So rent here in Central Texas, where I live, it's I'll say it depends on the side of town where you live in. Like up in Austin, you're gonna pay almost $1,200-$1,300 for a one bedroom apartment. And I do think that's ridiculous, but we have to look at the fact that we now have Tesla here. We now have a lot of people that's coming in from California that are driving our prices up.
And
Wow.
and that's the thing I was gonna bring up, right? Let's say with all the companies coming in, all the people coming in, and I think when it comes to the housing, it's not for the simple fact that stuff is going on where they have to go. I think they're doing it simply because they can, because so many companies are moving in, and apartment buildings and stuff is going up. Because I know when I first got to Murfreesboro, it was a nice, quiet little place. That was just 6 years ago. Now it is bumper to bumper here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
That's
And
like
it,
when
it
I've been in my complex for 2 years. When I first moved, I was paying. It was privately owned, and I was paying 800. Um, a bigger company came in and bought it out. So when they bought it out, it went from 800 to 913. That's $113 jump.
Yeah, that's what,
When
over almost $1,300 a year different.
Mm-hmm.
and then when I renewed my lease, it went from 913 to 973
Oh, so
in a
they
matter of a year.
put about almost what, $50 on it.
And yep, but
No.
you're not counting the stuff that I like, not counting the stuff that I don't have. Like I don't have washer and dryer hooked up in my room or in my unit. We're supposed to have laundry facilities in the building, but they're not fully functional. Um, they're advertising for a pool. They've been advertising for a pool for the past 2 years that ain't fixed. They've been advertising for a gym that's not done. They advertise about the laundry facilities, but like I said, they're not fully functional because the washers work, but the dryers aren't hooked up, like not hooked up at all. And I think they ended up taking the dryers out.
Wow.
It sounds like you and the people in your apartment complex need to start making some complaints
And we're not even gonna talk about parking. Oh my God.
to the what's the
If I
people?
have
God,
to
I know
work
what
late,
they are.
if I have to work late, I usually have to park at a building across the street from me and walk down because I'm getting off at like 8, between 8 and 9:30, depending on what job I'm working at and what shift I'm doing. Because I have 2 jobs. So, yeah. Like for example, last night I worked second shift at my first job. I got off at 9:30. I had to park at across, like I said, I had to park across the street in the cold and in the rain and walk down. And we're not even going to talk about if I have to go grocery shopping or something on the weekends or in the evenings, and I get home at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, and I have no parking space. What I have to do is park in front of my building, take all my groceries out, put it at the door, find the parking space, and then tuck my stuff up the up the up to the second floor.
Wow. And then we ain't even get into the fact that the groceries and all the other auxiliary stuff
Yes.
cost,
Eggs is $8. 6 cents for a carton of eggs when you used to get them for like 1 or 2.
Well, there's this I don't know if you in our group or anything like that, but there is this video that I did post up of a farmer telling us how to get those eggs on the low. You do have to go up and ask for the CC to a farm, so you can get
For
those
the
eggs
what?
out there for the low price. We just have to know how to go, where to go, and how to do it.
How does it? See, but why should we have to do that for a carton of eggs, though?
You're right. You're right. You're right. But you got to realize though that we are living in a time where every inflation is real, and everything else is gonna go up. Just not only the eggs, but the price of tissue may go up next week.
But is inflation
Oh my
real,
God.
Right.
or are the companies just doing it because they simply can? All we got to do is just have a few economists throw out the word inflation, and we be cool with it. You know what I mean? We just accept them telling us, like, when you remember when they said,
No, and I agree with you. And I agree with you because in the simple fact that same piece of tissue that you made last year for however much you made it for, I'm quite sure you can make it for the same thing this year.
and
But
then they claim that
I think this is a
people don't
combination of
want to
both. I
work.
think
So
it's a
why is
combination of the
prices
fact that
going up
it
if
is
people don't
real.
want to work? You paying less wages.
That's true.
I mean,
So
just thinking about when COVID first hit, people were buying tissue and stuff like crazy, and the prices went up because it was considered high demand at that time. You were paying almost $10 for a pack of freaking tissue, something you gonna wipe your butt with and flush it down the cotton picking toilet. You paying $10 for that.
yeah, but
But
maybe
according
if
to
you really
them,
think
it was
about it, tissue been undervalued because you don't miss that shit until it's gone.
Mhm.
you know.
Send us back
Maybe
to the
tissue
old
should have
ways.
been costing $10 a pack.
No, I can't imagine $10.
All right, but let's switch it up. Let's switch it up real quick. So I got something that I want to talk about that I'm telling y'all, this is a real nigga moment. You know how the Boondocks be talking about sometimes you just have a nigga moment.
Mhm.
So this lady in Chicago, Cook County, right? She was put in charge of making purchases for people food for the school district food. She is currently in the Cook County jail, getting ready to be, shipped off to prison for stealing from the people, right? Stealing from them. But it's not just the fact that she stole from them, y'all. She stole money by buying 11,000 cases of chicken.
Chicken.
That's some nigga shit right there.
Chicken
Hey,
wings.
we love our chicken. We love our chicken. They got a big family reunion.
But
The
you
thing
shouldn't
that
have
got
to
me
steal.
was she was taken from the babies because she was allotted a certain amount of money because of COVID, and they were still supposed to have been feeding the kids while they were not in school. Well, within that grant,
She was feeding her.
they
She
can't
was
serve
feeding her
anything but
household.
bones. So that wasn't good. She should have known that wasn't going to fly because chicken wings got bones. My
She would feed
question
more
is,
than her household to get 11,000 cases. That's a lot of
that's what I
goddamn
was going to
chicken.
say. Now, my
And she
question
was selling
is,
it on the side.
what
She
was
was
she
selling it
doing
on
with the
the
chicken wings?
She was selling it on the side. You don't go up to her and say, "Can I get a case of leg quarters?" You would have to go up to her and say, "Can I get some 25?" She know what that means.
Yeah, but
She's stealing from the baby.
unfortunately,
She need to be in jail.
yes, unfortunately. And then what makes it a real nigga thing is that she's too old for this. She's 66.
Yes.
What? No. Oh yeah, she need to be locked up.
I'm saying you
Not
gotta
only
know better than that.
you stealing from the baby,
Leon, was some of
and
them
you
wings up
ghetto.
on your grill?
I wish. I'd hit up that 25 for 25.
And then they say the people started knowing her by face because how much she used to buy. She used to come in the school van and pick it up. I'm like, you just didn't give a fuck.
She had a lot of nerve. I'm serious.
That's what I said. She just didn't give a fuck.
That's where she totally ran out at. Right. You don't go in the school van to pick up the chicken now. You don't even go and show your face of picking up the chicken. You have little rah-rah them to go pick up the chicken for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
and I agree with you.
She wanted to get caught. She wanted to get caught. That's what that was.
And that's why I say I hate to say it like that, but that's just some nigga stuff right there. Cause you ain't think this through at all.
No.
She
knew because it was a government grant that they was gonna audit the book. She should have known that.
And she didn't go over by a little bit. They say she went over by $300,000 in the school year, wasn't even halfway over.
Well,
somebody gonna miss $300,000.
Well, the thing is, they say if you gonna do it, just gonna do it all at once and get it over with.
She did.
Do it, B. Don't play no.
If that's the theory we going by,
and
Andrea,
then I guess
She did
I
that.
guess she thought she already 66. She ain't got nothing else to lose. So,
Right, right. I'm gonna get this chicken. I'm gonna do a couple of years, but my family gonna be fed out this chicken. We gonna put it in some storage somewhere, keep it froze up. They know how to get to it and make them a little bit of money and keep on going. That's how we gonna roll with this thing here. We
I
got
don't
us.
see no harm. I'm a little bit older than she is, but I'd be darned if I'm gonna spend my golden years in jail.
You took it right from my mouth. Just about to ask you. I would say, Miss Dinetta, you around her age. I was for to say, what do you think her thought process was? But you answered that because I would like to
Right,
say,
exactly.
damn that.
Her thought process was, I'm gonna get this 300,000. I'm gonna flip it to 665,000.
That's what she was thinking.
That's just what I said. That's just what I said. This woman had her hustle. She was getting ready
It
to
was
hustle
not
this
worth it.
chicken.
It was not
She,
worth it.
we don't know what this woman's struggle is at this
It wasn't
time.
worth it, Andrea.
It was true enough. I agree
But
with
she
you.
should
It
have
wasn't
thought
worth it.
if the government will pick individuals, like individuals to audit their taxes and audit their stuff. She should have known
And
they were
admitted,
gonna audit.
as much as she used over that budget, she knew they was gonna audit her sooner or later. And I still believe that
And
Leon
she
had a
knew
few
that
of
they
them
were gonna
wings up
watch
on his
her.
grill.
Well, guess what, y'all? We want to know your thoughts on this subject. Hit us up at totalview22@gmail.com. Let us know your chicken story, okay?
Well, let me tell y'all, I can guarantee you this was not the first time she done some shit like that.
It ain't.
This was not her first time. She just done it multiple times and have been able to get away
And
with
this
it.
time is the only time that she got
up
caught.
in her age. Because she's up in her age, she felt like nobody's gonna look at her like she's a criminal. So she's gonna go ahead and do what she's doing. But then somebody recognized old people do shit too. Older people do shit too.
I'm glad you changed that to older. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay, but this is what I'm thinking. Let's
look. Say that was just stupid.
Yes, okay, but let's look at it from Andrea's standpoint, right? Let's just say everything went like Andrea said, right? Let's say that she felt that, hey, look, I'm about to flip this like Leon said. I'm about to come up. I'm about to do all of this, right? Even all of us have worked somewhere where you might have taken a few things from the job and stuff, but you don't think 11,000 cases of chicken wings is gonna set off no damn alarm?
It should have set off an alarm. It should have set off an alarm. It should have.
It was supposed to. She went overboard.
11,000 cases for the alarm to get set off. So she should have stopped at 10,000, and she's been good.
That's true. She might not be going to prison if she would have stopped at around 9 or 10.
Right. But the thing here,
what the heck did she do with all those chicken wings?
That's what I want to know too. If I could interview her, that's what I would ask.
She sold
what did you do with them?
She sold
them. She sold them. We know that.
She went to the church and wanted to know if they wanted to make some money by having chicken wing dinners. She sold dinners herself. She did a lot of stuff.
She done made her nice little change.
And clearly she was doing it cause for you to get to 11,000. That means you sold at least 10.
Right.
You got rid of at least 10,000.
My thing is, if this was something that you were gonna do, she was gonna do. She just didn't go about doing it the right way. Of course, don't take all of that. I was joking when I said, if you're gonna do it all at once. But I was joking. If you in the motive, you ain't trying to get caught. You take a little bit of. Damn, I'm telling my criminal ways. You take a little bit of that at a time. You take a little bit of that at a time. You don't want to do it all at once. Take you a couple of cases here.
She sound like your other cousin. She sound like my brother.
She decided she wanted to do one
my
big
brother
lick.
is a hustler, but he a legal hustler.
But see, she decided she want to do one big lick and get it over with.
And call it and get it over with. That's what that was.
And that's fine. And you gonna be one big lick in the penitentiary too.
Yeah, you're gonna be one big lick.
And somebody go ask you, can I get your chicken wing?
Oh Lord.
Yep.
I mean, you got to be sitting there somewhere, wherever she at it in the Cook County jail, saying to yourself, you know what? I made it to almost 70 fucking years old. And
Why
I
do
got
something
pinched
like
I
over
wanna
some
do something
goddamn
dumb.
chicken wings.
But I tell you, one place they're not gonna have her work
is the
In,
kitchen?
in the kitchen.
the kitchen. They ain't finna have her in the kitchen.
Hell no, they ain't finna have her ordering nothing.
They might be sending her some of them 10,000 chicken wings, you know, coming soon.
Every time a chicken wing come on cross on her tray, she gonna get pissed off.
But
I wouldn't be surprised if she got a deep freezer locker somewhere with some of that chicken still there somewhere.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna throw something out there. I know it ain't possible, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. Maybe, just maybe, she won't doing it for herself. She was giving it to the homeless shelters and places that needed the food and was distributing it out to the community.
That's possible.
Oh, you want to be so civil in this thing. Bless your heart.
And they say, Lord bless her heart.
Bless her heart. Well, you know that ain't the case.
You know,
I
damn
well,
well that ain't the case.
If that's the case, if that's the case, then she should have went ahead and sold it.
It did. If you're gonna steal that many cases of chicken and try to help the homeless and things like that, go ahead and do it the right way, so you won't be in this position right here. If you stole it to give it to the homeless, then I understand they homeless, but you still did just jeopardize your job. You going to the penitentiary and all of that. So either way it goes. Somebody won and you still lost.
I said I know that ain't the case.
Yeah,
Nah.
I mean, because it is totally not the case.
Stop.
Because the reason we know that's not the case, because she would have led with that when they came and got her.
That's
But I
true.
did.
I gave it to
did it for the
homeless.
homeless. Yes, I'm saying she would have led with that.
What was
How
you
about
saying,
if
Felicia?
she's gonna do that? If she's gonna do that, then maybe she should have sold it to a restaurant, so that way they can put the money in a bank account. So if she get locked up,
Felicia,
they can go ahead and put some money on her butt.
Felicia, you giving her more ways to get caught, baby. That's just more ways to get caught.
You never leave a paper trail.
Right.
Well, they hit her with an organized crime thing, saying a criminal enterprise, saying that she was distributing that chicken like she was the mob. So
I'm
you ain't coming out no time
She
soon.
was the mob. She was the chump. Right.
She was the mob of the
It was
chicken.
the chicken mob.
Chicken mob. But I'm surprised they didn't hear her with,
5 to 20.
what is it, Racco?
The Rico charge.
Yeah, Rico charges.
Yeah, she hit that 5 for 20. Get these 5 for 20.
How much time is she getting for this?
Well, she due to go back in court the 22nd.
Yeah, they hadn't put anything out there yet.
Yeah,
I know that we are sitting here making fun of this, but this is somebody's life, But lady,
I'm gonna protest and say let the chicken wing lady go.
All right now.
right. I do hope that they do let you go and try to understand your frame of mind at the time, but bless you.
But she's still from the kids, though.
I got news for y'all. They not letting her go because $300,000 is in the wind. So
yeah.
now if there were 300, maybe, but not 300,000. So she'll be going to November. So.
Oh snap! That song. Gone. What was the name of that freaking? Was it the song "Gone to November"?
Yeah.
She'll be going to November, so she'll be out there. Wait, okay. So real quick, let's transition into this real quick. One of y'all put up a post. Was it you, Andrea, about the guy who said that about the feminine women? There are no more feminine women because the feminine women have become men.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. So I kind of want to get into that right there. And then she went into this whole thing
Wow.
about how you women can't, need somebody who just help put y'all guard down and help make you feel soft and help, take some of the burden off of y'all, as if we don't need that as well.
Yeah, we can go there and then we have to dip back.
Okay, we can dip back. Go ahead. I mean,
No, go ahead.
okay, so I want to know how come with men and women it's a constant arguing, battling with each other. Why you just can't find a good person that you vibe with, and whatever works for our situation, that it works for our situation, instead of keep trying to put everybody into these holes and squares and stuff. Why we can't say it? Well, that works for them. Why we can't do that?
Because we knows it.
And we're not them.
And when nosy and everybody is in everybody's business. I mean, Mario, just look at our family. How much of my business does Patricia know?
I mean,
just think about it. How much of my business does Patricia know, and she's 4 states away from me? How much of Chantel's business do you know, and you 2 states away from her?
So you're saying that because people are constantly
people
in each
talk.
other's business, and
people
that's why people are trying to fit each other
people
into
talk
categories when they be like, okay, I'm cool with him doing this, but because other people say he should be treating me better or a different way, I'm gonna be mad at him because other people's telling me how me and his relationship should be.
Basically, because they not listening, because everybody else is telling people. Okay, prime example. When, and I'm gonna get a little personal. When I found out who my child's father was, and some stuff came out about him that was not good, our family and his family was all in my ear, telling me what I should do, what I shouldn't do, what I need to do, this and that, a third. But not one of them asked me what I wanted, how I felt about the situation, what was going through my head. So what I had to do was, and I had to cut everybody out, distance myself, because of the fact that everybody was in my ear and telling me stuff. I couldn't hear what I wanted. I couldn't hear what I needed to do, and what I couldn't even hear my own thoughts. I didn't even know what I felt about it, because everybody else was telling me what I should feel, how I should feel, what I should do. So I had to just cut everybody out and tell everybody. I didn't tell them. You know my brother. If I told my brother to shut up, it was a whole different thing. But I had to distance myself so that I could get everybody out of my ear and out of my head and everybody's voices, so that I could hear my own voice and hear my own feelings and decide for myself what I needed to do for me and my child. But not everybody has that luxury. So everybody is in other people's ear and talking about this and telling them what they should do, what they can't do, and this and that, the third. And that person can't hear their own voice. They can't hear and feel their own feelings, because everybody else is telling them what they should feel, how they should feel. And it's not just family, it's society, it's government, it's this, it's that, it's books, it's so everything is, nobody knows what they want no more. Because they're
What's your thought?
listening to outside voices.
What's your thought on that, Andrea? I know you wanted to say something, so go ahead.
Now, I'm gonna take it from a different aspect, back to the original question of this. Why? So you have to. We all have this dream of a perfect relationship, perfect marriage, or whatever. Women go women, we meet a guy, this guy, and we like this guy. This guy is supposed to be our everything, but then the guy start disappointing the woman. Then that's when we feel like, okay, now we got to step into this masculine role. He's not playing up to par on his part. You see what I'm saying? And once we get to that point in life, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. What the hell am I even here with him for? That's when we now begin to take on the masculine roles of things. Like, damn, I gotta go out here and change my own damn tire because it's on flat and things like that. Baby, you're gonna have to mute your phone. uh and things like that. It's not that, and I've said this a time or two before. It's not that we want to have to step into a masculine role or anything like that. It's just that the men today are not fulfilling their shoes of being men. And I'm sorry I had to put it that way.
Who you saying sorry to?
The other side of that is for those who aren't living like for me, I'm a single mom. So I have to it's not that I want to do everything by myself. I wish I had a man to help me pay these bills, help me buy clothes to John, help me when my car and stuff breaks down. But because I have to do it by myself, because I don't have that man, it's like you get used to having to do it on your own, and then when somebody comes in willing to help, you don't know how to help, and you don't know how to
accept that help
because you've been doing it on your own for so long.
See, that's where I be having the problem right there with that particular statement right there. You don't know how to accept that help. That's only in certain aspects of y'all life. Because if your ass hadn't ate in a while and you was hungry, you would accept the fucking ribs.
And the macaroni and cheese to go with.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So it just y'all pick and choose what you say. I might have a little difficulty in relinquishing control and stuff like that. But if true help is what is needed and it's coming from a good place, now I will admit all help ain't good help. Now some people have hidden agendas when they want to do for you.
Right.
But real, I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been taking care of John, taking care of me pretty much without the help of his father for 7 years. And without the help of outside of me and my family for 7 years. So if somebody genuinely came to say, hey, I want to help you raise him, I want to help you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to look at them and be like, but I need your help. I've been doing this for 7 years. By myself. I don't need your help. I got this. Because I've been doing it for 7 years.
And see, that's where that's where the breakdown of it is, because like she said, she's been doing this for 7 years by herself. I've been basically doing this for 28 years by myself with the help of my mom, my sister, and things like that. But when you do have somebody that comes in and says, let me come in and just help you out, it's sometimes hard for a female to accept that. Why? Because of the simple fact that we be having those thoughts in our mind. Okay, what type of bullshit you gonna be on? Yeah, I'm gonna let you help me in this process, but still in the back of your mind, you're gonna be like, okay, what type of bullshit is this nigga gonna try to bring as well? And that's just because that's the pattern that we've always seen when dealing with men, regardless to where it came from.
All right, Miss Donetta, let me chime in here. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, the media has changed the roles of male and female. Men have been told that their job is to provide and protect. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, but with that being said, that makes a woman feel like that she doesn't have anything to do. And the reason I said that was because something came across my Facebook timeline. And even though it was an enactment, but it could be very true. Young man came home after working 2 shifts, wife standing at the counter eating a slice of pizza. And he said, I can't have a hot meal. And she said, you should have stopped at the store on your way home and got you something to eat. He said, why are we married? Did the children eat today? She said, yeah, they ate today. They eat every day. And he's saying, you standing there eating a slice of pizza. She said, this is my pizza that I had for lunch. Apparently, she worked from home. He said, you home all day. Yeah, but I wash the dishes. Don't you go to work with clean clothes? I wash the clothes. I keep the house clean. Why are you sweating me about cooking? Your job is to, no, he said, you said I'm supposed to provide and protect. She said, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So if that's what he's supposed to do, what is she supposed to do?
You forgot something. You forgot something. He said, don't you have money in your bank account?
Yes, he did.
He also said,
aren't you fully taking care of all the bills? He pays the utilities, he pays the rent.
Taking care of? Don't I take care of all the bills?
And when they go on vacation, he pays all of that. Yeah, he did say that.
He said, don't I do all of that? Don't I make sure you do it? And her response to that was, well, that's your job. So if that's his job, I'm scratching my head on purpose, then what is yours? Right. Because you can't say that, well, I'm taking care of the kids and I'm washing the clothes and doing that, this, that, and the other that the normal person does.
When does taking care of your man step in?
And the person that is making all this stuff possible is not being taken care of.
I agree with him.
Why can't he come home to a hot meal? I wouldn't care if you ordered the food. If you don't feel like cooking, fine. Order something. But he's paying for all the bills. Obviously, the food, he bought it all. Obviously, everything he pays for, and it's not a raggedy house. Just from looking at that little portion of the kitchen alone, that's a pretty decent house.
Oh, she wrong for that.
But I think
he's
the roles have been,
if not in the oven or in the process of being cooked, he was supposed to have a plate on the table when he came home. If he doing all that.
So there was a lady who decided to make a comment up under it, and she said, I guess y'all forgot that y'all didn't hear that she works at home. So she decided to say that she works at home. She's got an at-home job, and she got to explain how she does some of everything. She was basically on our side saying, okay, I got an at-home job, and yes, I get 15-minute breaks, 2 15-minute breaks, and a 20-minute lunch. But it's not like I work all day. I still take care of my children. I still take care of my house. And I still make sure that if I'm the one that's home and my man is out working all day, then yes, I will make sure he's got a meal, whether I order it or I cook it, but he's going to have a meal. If I get to save all of my money and do whatever I want with it, have it sitting in the bank account, and he pays for everything, then yes, he should have a meal.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Do y'all think that builds, because that could go both ways now, and I've seen it where the woman is literally doing everything. The guy come home, want him a beer, get on the couch and watch sports, and he think that once he come home he don't got to do nothing. She been there taking care of all the kids and all. I mean, it goes both ways.
It does. You're right.
And so I'm trying to get to the point where I'm saying why we let other people dictate what's going on with us, because a lot of people have let good people go because they didn't measure up to what other people thought that these people should be to you. If he ain't doing this, he ain't doing this, but he treats you good, you'll say, okay, they say you ain't doing this, but this man make you feel absolutely wonderful as a person, but he don't live up to somebody else's standards who ain't even in y'all house.
Because we care
Again,
too much
we
about what other
talking about
people
the
think.
media. They looking at all these housewives. Them women, they got it good, and they do more complaining than the law allows. Husbands making millions and hundreds and thousands of dollars a
And
year,
then
and
too, we
they are
care too much
dictating
about what
their
they think.
lives around these women. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's situation is different. I work
Yes.
from home. Okay, well, I'm not married now, but when I had a job and I was working outside the home, I would come home and cook.
Yeah, my
Yes,
mama did. Both my parents worked. My dad worked, and of course, they did different things. Um, my mom worked in a warehouse, and my dad worked on cars. So it was, but yeah, my mom would come home at 4:30 and still cook. And when she didn't feel like cooking, um, she would order something, or we will she would pick something up. But she always made sure, either because I think at that time I got out of high school, I got out at like 4:15 and stuff. So made sure if she didn't feel like cooking, if she was tired or whatever, we would go pick something up, or we would go out to eat. When dad came home, we would go out to eat or something. But she always made sure, not just her, everybody ate.
Yeah.
And
Leon,
no matter how tired she
what's your
was,
take on this, Leon? We ain't heard you in a minute. What's going on, bro? Has Leon left the building?
He on mute.
He was getting up.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's right.
Sorry
let
about
me
that.
just
I
go
had
ahead
to.
and add this part. Let me say this real quick. On that video that Miss Donetta was talking about, the woman
Mm-hmm.
had the attitude she had was, I don't care if you eat or not. I do everything else. Why should that matter?
Mm.
see, that was wrong. That was wrong. Because if he's doing all of that for her, she's able to build her money and she don't have to spend it. He's supposed to have a plate on the table. Plate on the table, in the microwave, in the oven, ready to get heat up, or she in the process of fixing it. She was dead wrong for that.
She said all you do is pills. But he paid her car note, his car note, the mortgage, the utilities, buy the food, buy the kids' clothes, buy her everything. But all he do is pay the bills.
So what you saying is she is extremely spoiled.
She's
Extremely spoiled.
ungrateful. She's spoiled and ungrateful. But I
And
would say it's his fault because they have been
because he
married
allowed it.
about 4 months. He said they've been married about 4 months. She's been doing it for about 3 months. So I guarantee you, this is not how she didn't just start off being like this. She's
He,
been like this for a
he,
minute, and he married her
and
anyway.
he allowed it. He
Yep.
allowed it. So, I mean, 99.9% of that is her fault, but that 1% is his because he allowed it. He
Yep.
should have nipped that in the bud before he said I do. If he was
Leon,
still
you
going
with
to say
us?
I do.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Chime in on it. We ain't heard you in a minute, bro.
Wow, we got so many topics covered in such a short
I
matter
mean,
of time.
that is true. That is true. We're a little bit all over the place right now, but
Yeah,
get in where you fit in.
We went to the left real far. Let's see. To start off, why men and women can't. What was it? Can't recognize. What? I forgot the original question, but
Why women act like men and men act like women.
That is basically why we're taking on more of a masculine role now.
Yes. Why? At least that's how they feel.
Yeah, that's how they feel. But like I
Shit, it ain't how we feel. It's the truth. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
like I said before in the past, nowadays men ain't men. I mean, they not what they used to be. You know, far as this new age man, they're kind of on the lackadaisy side. I don't know. It's because of
They're twats.
their upbringing or how they were raised, whatever. But you know, they don't stand up and be men. And then when you find a man that's actually is a man and wants to be that strong provider or that strong person in the, you know, that uplifting person in a woman's, you know, for that woman, she's kind of like Andrea said, she's kind of fed up because she didn't dealt with or she didn't put herself in a situation where she didn't been with other men that, you know, don't want to do that, and then she had to do it for herself. And it's kind of, you know, she's kind of fearful or she's kind of got her guard up. But, you know, when you get your guard up, you know, that's usually when you mess up and slip up and let something good go by the wayside. So that's what happens in that situation. And vice versa with men, we do the same thing. As far as the other part of the conversation that we got sidetracked on, that's I guess it goes back into the other part about the way you know, people are being brought up nowadays. You know, men ain't being held responsible for nothing. So you know, it kind of gets crazy and it gets.
All right, I got a question for the men, or for anybody, but mainly for the men. Could that be the fact that more women are raising boys without other men being in that child? For example, me, even though I have other men around my son and trying to put other men in my son's face, I'm still that sole caretaker of him. And I can't raise him to be, granted, no matter how much I might try, I can't raise him to be a man.
Time out. Let me stop you right there with that thought. You can raise him to be whatever you want him to be, whatever he wants to be. Like me and Mario, and I'm quite sure a lot of other men in this world, I was raised by nothing but women. I have my mother, 2 sisters, aunts. How many aunts? 4 aunts. Other women in the community, their daughters, and I call them my sisters now. When I was growing up, I didn't have any brothers. You know, when around me up until I was 15, then I met my 2 half brothers. But other than that, I didn't have no men in my family. Uncles, like I say, they came around, talked to me, whatever. But the 90% of the time, it was nothing but women. And me growing up in that environment made me the man that I am today. And I thank them for that. You just have to, when a woman is raising a boy or wanting him to be a man, you just have to be firm and not bend when he tries to make you bend. Because as boys, that's what we tend to do to women. We try to see how far we can push them. That way we can get over and try to make it easier on ourselves. But that's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have a hard time from beginning to end, because once we get that hard time, once we feel those hard times or know those hard times, we know what to do in the future as a man to be able to stand on our own 2 feet and move forward.
Yep. And
Well put.
And the other part to that is, and I don't want to say it's overrated, because I'm definitely looking at it from a jaded standpoint, because I didn't meet my dad till I was like 33, right? and I ain't even talking about him per se. But just because some men are there helping raise your kids, some men are there and can't teach your damn son how to be a man.
Right.
So even just so we'll say that, and like I said, some men when they be saying, "No, I'm a queen looking for my king." Be careful what you looking for, because some men couldn't lead a woman out of wet paper bag. You understand what I'm saying? So
Not just a paper bag, a wet paper bag. Okay.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So some men ain't meant to do that, but we quick to say you're looking for a king, because I think those titles like that you just can't give to people. They have to be earned. You know what I mean? But as far as like Leon said, it is so many women out there capable of raising good, strong men, and it's about what your mom them, you know what I'm saying, made you understand. Because even though my dad was there, one thing my mom never ever did was talk bad or talk down about my dad, ever. I ain't never heard my mama say one bad word about my dad. So right then and there, it automatically make you didn't feel jaded. Like when I first met him, I didn't feel like, oh, I hate you, because guess what? She put that hatred in me. You know what I mean? She did not. So it was easy for me to make that transition. But as far as a man go, and Leon hit it, you just got to try to do your very best to put whatever core values you feel that you want your kid to have. Because no matter how you do it, these kids will grow up and still do whatever the fuck they want to, whether your daddy was there or not.
Ain't that the damn truth?
Right.
So, all right, we gonna finish it up, y'all, because we've been in it for a while. But just one quick question, and then we up out of here. And I'm gonna start with you, Lee Jack, since you didn't really get a chance to talk a lot. Then we're gonna go to Miss Dianetta. Once again on Facebook, and a lot of this stuff comes from Facebook, and the lady was saying that I think Makia put this up, and when she was saying that a lot of people gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say what I got to say. And she said something to the effect that a lot of y'all women talk about having a
that
good.
Was me.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about, but I was like, okay, yeah, I remember that video now.
Yeah,
that was me. I put that up.
Yeah, and she was just pretty much outlining, saying that a lot of women talk about how they want the man to be this and they want the man to be that, and it just goes back to how I was trying to say that it's just so much confusion out here, so much, and Leon brought up a good point that made me think about this, saying that a woman who has said that, oh, I can't trust nobody, or what type of bullshit he coming with, and he said it. What happens when she do find somebody who right for her? She do find somebody and she can't trust it anymore, and then they just miss each other. And Leon, do you think that's a lot of that going on? Two people could be right for each other, but because she got so much walls and so much scar tissue up that they can't connect. Do you think that's a lot of that is going on?
All the damn time. Oh my God. I mean, it's so, like you said, there's so much scar tissue from past relationships or past dealings with men and women that neither one can see past their own nose. And I've talked with Ms. Dianetta about it in the past. I talked with other people about it in the past. When you have that scar tissue up, it's time to step back, reevaluate yourself, figure out what you are looking for or what you have and what you want that other person to have. Because how can you know if somebody's right for you if you don't even know if you got
you don't know what you want?
And if you ain't got yourself right, how can you put yourself onto somebody else? So, it's a self-evaluation. Relationships are self-evaluations of yourself. Look at yourself first. I know I bring this, and this to the table. So if that other person can't match this, and this, and we build on something together, what relationship are we gonna have? Or can
That
we
is
have?
true. That is well said. What about you, Miss Dianetta? Do you think it's a lot of two ships passing in the night and not having a chance to see each other because there's a lot of hurt and disdain there, mistrust? What's your thoughts?
I think it's all of that. And I think, like Leon said, I think a lot of people, they got this new, they got this new saying now. What are you bringing to the table? Well, sometimes it takes more than one person to bring a table. Sometimes somebody got to bring the table, and along with the table, they need to bring something else. So just let us get the table together, and then let us both put stuff on the table. While one person got to come to the table, and then the other person just, they just sit there and sit under the table. Let's sit under the table together. But as we sit under the table, we approach that table with everything that we've got. There's a lot of mistrust. Is what can you do for me?
Yep.
And yes, I don't know of it, and if I may be wrong, but I don't know of anybody who has lived on this earth and had a relationship with someone of the opposite sex or even of the same sex that has not been hurt. Because people who tell me, "Oh, I've been married 25 years and we never had an argument," that's a lie.
That's a lie.
I do not believe
That's
it.
a lie from the pits of hell.
But we can overcome that hurt. You're not gonna hurt forever. And there is somebody out there for you that will soothe that hurt, that will put that salve on that hurt so they can get a scab on it. And once it gets a scab on it, it starts healing.
Yep.
And you all can heal together. But people are so busy looking at social media, the TV, all sorts of media. So therefore, their view of a relationship, of a decent and loving relationship, is skewed because they looking at the Kardashians. They got this new program that I look at on Saturday nights called Ready to Love with Tommy, with
nephew
Tommy, and all the fabulous people. Having anybody in a relationship, but they ain't ready for one.
You brought up the Kardashians. Anybody with some sense looking at the Kardashians should have realized by then that they ruin every man they come in contact with.
But that's not the part that they're looking at. They're looking at what they have materially.
No.
They're looking at what they have materially, and what they can do to get that. But is it lasting? Ain't none of them happy.
No.
They got money, but they ain't happy.
And that's the ultimate goal, is to try to be happy. And we know that people love to say, well, if I have $1 million, we've seen plenty of people with billions kill themselves, with millions kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? People.
What's his name? J.P. Getty?
That's what I'm saying.
And what did he do?
Money is not the end all to be all.
Yeah.
I
mean, just look at Robert Williams. How much money he had. He's been in the career for years, making everybody else laugh. And he committed suicide. I mean,
somebody need to look into this comedian thing though. Some ain't right with that.
I said that.
Somebody need to look into that though. Some ain't right with that.
Time ago.
Cause there's way too many comedians killing themselves.
I think the year that Freddie Prince died, it was quite a few comedians that had committed suicide during that time. They make other people laugh, but in the process, what's going on in their lives?
Mhm.
That's true. What about you, Felicia? How you feeling about that? Why the good man and the good woman can't meet, Felicia?
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Because, like I stated on one of our other shows, it's social media control.
Mm-hmm.
So people are too busy looking on social media and looking at these videos and looking at these reality TV shows, and this is what they're expecting. So when they meet you in person, they're like, okay, that's you don't look like, you don't have this, and it's not the same image. So they want to go by what they're seeing on social media. It's not that's not it. People don't know how to come out of social media and actually take the time to get to know a person. If you just actually talk to a person, you can really get to know a person. Stop worrying about these walls. Stop worrying about the past. Stop worrying about somebody hurt you, because shit happens.
You live long enough, you're gonna get hurt.
That is so true. If you don't never get hurt, you don't know how to heal. So you don't know what you're looking for. Eventually, there comes a time when you're gonna find what you're looking for. At least I hope, or at least you'll know what you want, and then when you find it, you'll be all right. But putting these walls up, you ain't gonna find it. Constantly looking at social media, you're not gonna find it. Constantly worrying about what this person looked like and what that person got, worrying about their money, their this and that. No, it's about what's here. But you'll never find out if you always want to look at the wrong thing.
All right. I saw something today. I think I was watching CBS Morning, the one with Gail King and all in the morning.
One news.
They showed a couple that's been in a relationship for like 4 years and they've never met each other.
Oh,
They're engaged and everything. They take each other everywhere, but it's all through, video calling, with the iPhone. I forgot what you called it.
FaceTime.
Yeah, they FaceTime each other and they take each other. She was
No.
like, I'm having a hard day at work. You want to come to lunch with me? And they FaceTime and he take her places. I'm going shopping. Help me pick out this. And this is
Can't take
all
nobody to place.
No,
Can't
that's
take
not
nobody nowhere through
that's not a real
freaking computer.
relationship.
they're
That's not
engaged.
that's not a real relationship. Okay, so I understand that you're saying that they're engaged, but I've only met you through FaceTime, video chat, whatever you want to call it. When I actually meet you, I might get a whole total different vibe from you that may turn the thoughts that I have of you now, my thoughts of you
And then
when I actually meet you in person might change. That's to me, that's not a real relationship. Yes, okay, these people are
that's not
engaged.
at all.
They're engaged to be married. I can't be engaged to someone that I hadn't at least
That I
met.
can't
I can't be
physically.
engaged to someone that we can't go out on a normal date. I just can't do that. I don't consider that as being a real relationship because guess what? Just because I'm in this relationship with you, I could have another relationship that I'm in as well too with somebody else.
And see,
We're
for
gone
somebody like
then,
me
killer.
who
We're gone then, killer.
I'm just saying. We got a FaceTime relationship. That's what the hell we got. While I'm FaceTiming
That's
you,
what
I'm gonna
they
be
got.
FaceTiming Larry too. And after Larry, I'm gonna call Jim and say, "Hey, boo, what you got going on today?"
That's them folks' relationship. We understand what you ain't gonna be doing, but what they doing is what they doing.
That's what they doing.
but
But
Exactly.
the reality of it is
No, the reality is only what you make it to be.
that's true
So,
enough. But that's it.
so
Regardless
if
of
they
whatever,
reality is if they
that's not a
reality
real
is they
relationship.
FaceTiming on a date, that's their reality and that's what they doing and that's how they fell in love and
but
that's
for
living in.
and I can't speak for all females, but I can speak for this female. I'm one that like physical. My one of my love languages is physical touch.
Okay.
So if I can't physically put my hands on you, we not. I'm gonna lose interest real quick
And that's your
because
reality.
I gotta be able to touch you. I gotta be able to say, "Hey, babe, come through. I wanna be up under you. I wanna hold you. I want you to hold." You know what I'm saying? I gotta have that. So, and if we just doing online and FaceTiming, and I can't get that, oh, I'm gonna lose interest real quick.
Okay. And like I say, that's y'all reality, but other people reality ain't everybody reality ain't the same. That's why people do different things in different places with different people. So if their reality
Different folks,
is they want different strokes for
different
different
strokes
folks.
for different folks.
Yep.
I couldn't do it. I
Hey,
can't be engaged with you or be in a relationship with you
that's what they love.
for
That's how
years
they loving their life,
and
living their life,
not be able to put my hands on you.
knowing what it does.
So,
Mario, I'm
so
gonna get a
okay,
little bit of
we engaged for 4 years now. We're getting married. So, are we gonna have a FaceTime wedding, or are we gonna have an actual wedding? And at some point,
oh,
are we
or
gonna
how
Wait,
we
are we
but
haven't
but wait. Does she have a ring?
right? And at some point, are
She
we
does
ever
have a
we
gonna?
ring.
go to
She
She
bought
And
it
does.
we
herself.
go to take it a little bit deeper?
They
How
FaceTime,
were
and he
they
gonna
having
hook it up
sex?
to her.
How
and
she
at
throwing her
some
legs
point,
up and down?
Does he have a ring? Do they got engagement rings?
I
and
mean,
it,
Get
Who bought
I
it?
ain't watched the whole damn thing. Once Gail
and
started talking, I tuned out.
and at some point, are we ever going to unite? I mean, are we still going to be in this marriage where we're just married? You living over here and I'm living over there. What's the deal here?
Well, the deal is she's getting, I think she's going for her master's at Washington University, and I think he's down somewhere in the University of Florida. They doing the school thing, and I guess when they're done with that, they're gonna, hook it up.
Wait a minute, hold up. They right there in the states, and they ain't never met each other. Come on now, that's some straight BS.
That's
I'm
some
sorry. If you
bullshit.
had to guess what were the circumstances and what type of people are these, what would you say?
They were
Mormons,
white.
Mormons,
Oh my
She said
Mormons. What's the other
Cause
people?
ain't no black
Amish,
person. First of
Amish.
all, ain't no black female finna go for that.
All right, so y'all
And they
know what
right
it
here in
is
the
then.
States.
So I don't understand why
Ain't
y'all
no black
disjointed. Y'all know what it is.
ain't no black female finna go for that.
I'm telling you that's not true.
What I just said?
I'm saying there's no black female that won't go for that. I'm telling you there's someone out there that would.
Ain't
Of
no
I'm sure that it
ain't no
is
black
somewhere.
female with some common sense.
It's some out there that will.
I would have to
But
agree. There's
I'm
They
some
ain't
out
sorry.
got
there
no
that
good
will.
But
common sense
but this
either.
couple, okay, let's take it back. This couple right here in the States, one is up in Washington, the other one's down in Florida. We do have things, called airplanes, You
That
meet in the
part.
middle.
They
Buses,
struggling college
trains.
students. What is you talking about?
I was
Okay,
gonna say they college students, they might not can afford that.
that's why you get them little jobs that the school offer you. You save your little coin.
He
Feel
trying
like
to
you've
get
done this before.
No, I ain't did it before or
trying to get a
anything like
PhD.
that. I'm just saying.
That's some hard times.
I've been
But
in college.
if
I've
we
been in
being
college
completely
before.
honest, this generation right here, and y'all see how it is with my son Drayden, right? This generation, by the time he get to the point where he up 23 and 24, that's gonna be all they know is talking on that damn thing and
That's true.
dealing with each other that particular way.
That is,
Cause they got friends that they
that is
swear they
true.
love. This my ride and diaper. He ain't never saw his ass a day in his life. They just friends over the game, over the. So for them, that's gonna be their reality.
Right.
Mm.
Like I
But
said,
see, that's where Rio.
And that's sad. That's sad that children drain age and under will never get to truly experience the full experience
Oh no,
experience
baby.
going out on a date. going out on an actual real date, going and walking
Don't
at the
say,
park, having a
don't say
conversation.
real.
We're gonna do this, but we're
Baby,
gonna
we
do it
gonna
on
take that back.
FaceTime.
No,
We're
no.
gonna do it
Because
on. We're gonna do it,
I
but we're gonna
was
do it on FaceTime.
Take,
No,
take that back. You it's not a real date. All dates are real. You mean to say
No.
a physical date?
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
But
I mean,
I
they
don't know
probably
about
will go
anybody
on
else.
dates, but not going on the
Granted.
date is not going to be devastating or messed up to them, because they could just say, okay, cool. Tell you what, you go get you a bag of popcorn. I'm gonna get me a bag of popcorn. We're gonna pop it and we're gonna sync our Netflix up, and we're gonna sit here on your couch over there at your house, on my couch. They used to it.
I'm gonna look at you eat popcorn while I
But
sit.
granted, I will admit my child is part of this new technology generation or whatever. But I made this boy go outside.
Y'all know what I really think we should do.
After a certain amount of time when he been inside, he done had the phone, he done had all these. I make him go outside.
See,
And
but
I
listen
don't
at the
have
statement
to-
that you made though.
She
When
made
we
him
were
go
coming up,
outside.
ain't nobody had to make us go no
Make
damn
us
well.
go
We just
outside.
went.
Right.
Damn
And
right.
even sometimes I don't. When I say make, I'm like, hey, don't you want to go outside? And he loves to be outside anyway. So eventually, when he gets tired of being in the house, he will ask me, "Hey, mommy, can I go outside and play?" Or
But
can
if
I
you
go?
think about it, going outside is not normal. Whereas with us, we used to worry our parents to death. Can I go outside?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Where my parents
Yeah, they
They
had to
didn't. They
force
didn't
us
have
to
to
come
tell
back in the
us.
house.
They didn't have to tell us to
Yeah.
go outside. We went.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had to force us to come back in.
yeah. I'd be damn near in another city playing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's if I'm riding my bike and shit. I
There
might
you
not.
go. There you
Cause
go.
I ain't like to go back home. Cause soon as you went back home, you felt they were gonna ask you to do shit. I ain't going back home.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Or they might make you stay in. So I ain't coming back.
Boy, Mario, your our grandparents, especially in the summertime, we'll be staying over there when my mom, when Constance and everybody was working, everybody, me, Hisha, and David and Van and whatever be over at grandma's house during the day. Their favorite saying, because we bouncing in and out. Look, I can't cool off the outside. Y'all either gonna stay in or y'all gonna stay
I'm
out.
gonna be out. That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
But
So that's why when we went
cool off
out,
the outside.
stayed out.
That's what I would say. To me, that wasn't no option. Shit, I choose out every time. I'm out.
I'm out.
Yep.
I'll be back.
But you also got to think too, it wasn't as hot in the summertime as it is.
Oh, it was hot. We just didn't
We
care.
just
It
didn't
was
know it.
hot.
It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
it was hot.
It was hot. We didn't give a
just didn't give
damn.
a damn.
Don't remember.
We didn't
See,
care
I'm
at
probably
all.
the youngest.
'Cause I
I'm
remember
probably the youngest one in this group right now.
Was every bit
I
100.
don't remember summers being. I remember them being in the 90s, but I don't remember them being 100, 101, 102 degrees.
I do.
I
Yeah,
do.
You were a
It's
kid
just you were young
and
and you
you
ain't give a
wasn't
fuck.
worried about what that temperature was.
Nope,
You
you
busy
just
doing
didn't care.
your own thing. You were enjoying yourself. You were
Yep.
not pressed about it. And as a kid, your body could take that heat a whole lot better than once you got older. Because your body's
Dad
different.
or granddaddy,
But
my
yeah.
granddaddy kept us in the water, so we were at the beach. So I probably didn't feel it anyway because I was in
No,
some
you
kind of
didn't
water.
feel it. You didn't feel it. You was a kid.
Yep.
And as
We
long as you
in
had
the
somebody to
ocean.
play with, you ain't give a fuck how hot it was.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If y'all playing and wasting time and doing stuff, you just didn't care.
Damn right. You
Hell,
go-
let it start raining. You still ain't going in the damn house.
Mm-mm.
It has to be pouring down, raining heavy, and you ain't got nothing to do. But we stayed in the rain too. We stayed outside. We found shit to do
We
in
had
the
a
rain.
little. We had a
I
little
went
spot
inside.
on the porch that
My
didn't
brother
get
liked
wet.
to stay
So
outside
when
and
it
played in
rained,
the
we
rain. I
stayed
was
on that
going
porch.
inside. I'm on the deep
And
end.
that's what I was about to say, Miss Donnell. Even if it did rain, we'll find somebody porch to chill on because we still didn't want to go in the house.
All right, we
Right.
still outside.
So, all right, y'all, let's get up out of here. Let's wrap it up. Lee Jack, what you got to say to the beautiful people out there? And Roxanne, thank you for hanging in there with us, baby girl. We love you for that. We appreciate that.
To the beautiful peoples out there, it's been wonderful, lovely, great experience. I've been missing y'all. Y'all been missing us. Hey, we're here. We're back. And bold as ever.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna continue to bring the laughs, the cries, the smiles, the real, the fake. We're gonna bring it all. Socks
Okay, we
and
leave the
drawers.
fake at home.
Socks and drawers. Because you know what? We make it do what it do.
Yes, sir.
As long as the fake stays at the crib, I'm good.
All right, Miss Stay in your lane. Did everybody do a decent job staying in their lane, or did we violate tonight? What say you?
Everybody violated, but it's okay. It's quite all right. It's quite all right. That's just a night in the a thing or two about life. But I do want to give a special thanks to the positive Black images they never show you. They decided to stream us on their page, and I just want to say thank you.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Positive Black Images. We appreciate that. We really, really do. Can't complain about that. Thank you.
Yes,
all right, Mark.
Like, share, and subscribe, and hope everybody have a good one.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, Markia, talk to the people.
I'm gonna have to come back. Like, this is good. I might have to do this again. Hopefully, with the next topic or whatever, I'll be able to come on more. Especially now with my work schedule being changed, and I'm not working till 8 o'clock 5 days a week anymore. I can come on some more.
All right. Well, we look forward to that. So we glad you had a good time. Please let everybody know. Share it on your timeline. Whatever you got to do, I appreciate that. To our producer, Miss Andrea, talk to him.
And well, I do hope everyone enjoyed the show this evening. See, sometimes we do know how to go a little bit serious and not bring all the shenanigans. But as you know, you can always reach out to us at a totalview22@gmail.com or check out our website, totalview22.com. There, you can leave us questions, comments, just whatever you want to talk about on the show. Just holler at us and we'll get you on.
All right. And to all our people out there who has businesses, products, and services that's looking to network with the show, DM us and we'll work out something. We'll get it going. This year we're going to support and network. So if y'all out there, let us know. We'll definitely, come up with something that'll help support you on the show. Mama D, how you doing? Talk to him. How the Rugs Rat did tonight?
The Rugrats did well. I am so happy that the number 12 did not come out of the garage.
Ooh.
That is a first. I must say that
was an oversight on somebody's part.
Right. And I'll say this, in the beginning, it pulled out a little bit, but it backed on up and went on back in.
I'm telling you, but it has been great.
This is about the 4th or 5th time somebody mentioned number. Can somebody please explain me what that is?
You'll find out sooner or later. We can't tell you about it because if we told you, we had to kill you.
Right.
Just gonna have to wait on it. You'll know.
I'll explain it to you. Out. Yeah, later.
No, you can't explain it to her later. You gotta let her get a hold of the number 12.
Right.
You know what? That is absolutely correct. You got to experience it in all its glory.
Yes, that's the only way to understand number 12. Because the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Round and round.
But everybody stayed in their places, so we had a good time.
Can somebody tell me this? Does number 12 have to do with a male body part?
No.
Way off, but nope.
And for those of us who have mentees and those who are mentors to our younger generation, please let them be aware that there are more Black people involved in our history other than Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. This is Black History Month, and they need to know some more history other than that, because that seems to be all that the schools are teaching.
Oh,
And we need to support more Black businesses. We have a lot of them, and they all are not small businesses. We have some big corporations, and we have some middle corporations, and we have some small businesses. We have some mom and pop businesses. Please help support our Black businesses. And if you want to go on a voyage or a cruise, check out Virgin Voyages.
Get
It's an
that plug.
all-adult over 18 cruise line. We don't have any children, and we'll be happy to have you. And that's my commercial on my employer.
All right, then. That is.
And when you call,
great.
ask for Mama Die.
Yeah, she said, make sure y'all call on her off days. All right, y'all. But she did make a very good point. Like I said, if you got a small business, you got a service or a product that you feel passionate about, DM us and we'll try to make sure we mention it on our podcast.
Exactly.
You know, free of charge, but you're gonna have to do something for us. You're gonna have to let everybody know that we exist too. So it's a scratch my back, we scratch your back type of thing. But if you want that, just hit us up. With that being said, Marlena, we miss you. J9, we miss you. Roxanne, thank you. And we out.
I got a total clue.